Welcome to the channel, everyone. Welcome. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I make out my Jamaican cheese and beef patty. So that's what I'll be doing today. This is the first time coming on to this channel. Just to let you know you're welcome. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave positive comment. At the moment, I'm just getting myself set up for some more stuff. Wait a bit more before I start. Just getting myself set up for some more stuff. These which I have over here is what I made, and when I made them, I put them in the fridge. So that's what they look like. So we're gonna start the ball rolling now. I'm just gonna cut this in half. I'm just getting my cheese out. I'm just setting up myself. I'm just gonna set this on the side here. Next thing what I need to do before I start, I'm just gonna get some grease-proof paper in these baking tray. So I need to fill all these trays. Today I'm trying to get about 100 patties. So in this, what I'm gonna do, whatever filling left, because I need to get certain amount of cheese and beef done for the day. With this, I'm using my hand because those rolling machine are very expensive, so you have to do what you have to do. It's a good exercise anyway, so. Journey with Jackie, whenever you log on. Daniela, Debbie from America. Welcome, guys, welcome. Peter from Jamaica. So that's how I'm doing. We're gonna set that aside. Just forget to take out my cutter. Now with this, guys, you can cut it round if you don't have a cutter, but this one is something I designed, and I go to a guy that do welding, and it even take him a while to make it, because he thought it easier than its look, but then you have to change the handles. I'm just putting a bit of water around the edge. You don't have to, but you know, it's personal preference. Then I'm using about one of the scoop in this. So what I'm doing now, when you make this, just use your hand, do like this. And what you do, you're pressing it at the same time, but you're knocking the air out. Because you don't want too much air in it. So I have my 2-teeth fork, which I normally use. Put some holes in it. Try to get off excess flour off it. Otherwise, when you bake it, it's going to look a bit too white. Or have a spray bottle with some water when you're going to bake it. So I normally use a cutter, which are sealer also. These are very good. You can get these on Amazon. Now, because I normally make 3 different patties, Instead of marked on them, I give them 3 different crimped. When I seal it, it's always 3 different pattern. So the pattern I give this the cheesy beef to, you know, that when I take it up, I don't make any mistake. I just use this and I go ahead and crimp the edge right around like so. So then it will bake with the same pattern around. So that means when you take it up, you don't need to worry if it's veggie or cheese and beef or beef. So that's how I do it. So then I lay them in the pan, the baking tray here. I need to make all of these out today. So normally, because of the shape of this, I normally put 8 of them all in one baking tray. So that's it. That's how it look. Perfect. Look like it's made with machine, but you know, the Linden with the gold hand and the gold finger crafted these lovely patties. So these that leftover, just leave them on the side because you're gonna need them later on anyway. And what I normally do, I make the dough and then leave it in the fridge to relax. You don't have to, but it's easier for me because I have quite a bit of stuff to deal with. So it's best always get it your length first and then your width. So this rolling pin I'm using, it's a bit heavier. This one is marble. It's a little bit more expensive than the wood one. The wood one is a bit lighter. So normally I use this just to set my form, so I know where to put the cheese and the rest of filling. So if you're wondering how the bigger company make their cheese and beef, this is how they do it. Always cook your filling and let it cool properly. So when you give it a mark with that, it's so easier to cut it, or you already have the line to follow. So normally, when you pack them, go down this side, and it reach 4 in the baking tray. Don't put them in the same shape. If you go down this side, turn this one this side, and when it bake, while it's baking, you can just turn it around, and then you get an even baking color and crust. Like example, this is what I mean. You see this one going that side and this going that side. So when it's ready to bake, either you get a spray bottle or a little brush with water, just to brush off the excess flour. And when you're baking it, always remember to rotate them. So this one is finished. So we get another tray, and that's how we're going to keep working it. So these bits that left, don't throw them away. They're like perfect. Just combine them together. Whatever you do, don't throw them away because you're going to need them. So all of these you have here, you just put them back together. They are the same dough, same recipe, and look at that. I'm just squaring it up a little bit better for me. And then you keep these, don't throw them away. So this is thick enough to give me 4 patties. So always remember, dust the surface or your cutting board, or if you have stainless steel, whatever you have. Welcome to the channel, everyone. This is the first time. My name is Linden Houston. Welcome to Linden Houston Cooking. Please do remember to like, share, subscribe, and thumbs up the live. Thank you for joining. So what I'm doing now, I'm trying to get my length. Once you get your length, then you can work on the width. So normally what I'm doing here, if you notice something, but the result will be the same, because this dough already rolled, it takes a little bit more effort. But if you know what you're doing, it will be just fine. So once you work it, if you notice, it's behaving more relaxed now, because I take it lengthway and then I'm working on the width. So make sure to feel it and see if it's even. Like if you notice, the middle here need to roll out a bit. So now we're gonna start work on him. Just gonna even this up a little bit. Okay. So if you don't have one of that, you don't have one of this, you know, you can cut it in circle. Just make it yours. You know, I'm doing this quite a bit of while, so I mastered it. I can make it even without I have that. Once you get the shape you want, just take your time and do it until it come out very neat and tidy. Look professional. But this here, what I'm doing is cheese and beef. So I'm going to make certain amount of cheese and beef today. Like these, all of this mixture need to go. But normally, when you're one man making these, you know, it take a bit of time. Normally in a factory, you'll find probably about 7 guys making patty. Because when I was younger, probably about 18, I used to work into a factory in St. Anne's Bay, and it was about 6 guys making patty. So one of them would make the dough, one make the filling, one dropping, one creasing, one packing. So now I have to do all of that. What I'm going to do, I normally take off some of the flour off this. Normally when these bake and you've seen them, it would shock you knowing that they're handmade. Look at that. It's like it's difficult to tell that they're handmade. Now I'm gonna take another, because this is how I do them. I make them, put cling film on them, put them in the fridge, make them like a block, like this. So that means when I need them, you can even make them like this. And when you make them, freeze it until you want it. Because you can freeze it up to 6 months, and it's if it's a business, it's legal to do so. You're allowed to freeze it up to 6 months. So once you do that, whenever you're ready to make some patty, even if you're at home and you need some patties, you can make this, because a whole block of that probably can give you maybe you have maybe 16 or more patties. And that like using a maybe a kilo of flour, and you can get more, probably more than 16 patties out of it. Thank you for your positive comment. If you don't hear a response to you, it's because I'm busy. My hands are busy. Please remember to thumbs up the live. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Welcome. If you don't hear a response to you straight away, just because my hand is busy, I appreciate your positive comment. Always have something that you can measure it, that you get even portion when you're doing it. So we're going to set these aside. So that's another tray. I'm finished. Look at that. So that's my famous cheese and beef patties. They're handmade, but they look like they're made by a machine. But that's how you have to do it at times. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Please remember to thumbs up the live. So I'm going to start another one now. So that's how I do it. I cut it in half, portion it out. So that's one rolling, that's two rolling. If you feel like it need a little bit more, those bits that left like this could take a little bit more. Just braid them up and tuck them in, and still will come out flaky and smooth and nice. I'm just using my finger to press it out a little bit, make it easier when I roll it. Okay. So for those who logging on for the first time, as I normally said, try to get your lengthwise first. Like always, get the length. Always get that first. So once you roll it down like this, that's your length. Okay. And then depends on how big you want your patties. We're gonna go across. So now I'm not gonna roll it too wide because I don't want any wastage, and I don't want the dough too thick or too thin. Otherwise, you're gonna be in trouble. So for me, that's perfect. So I just make an impression, like a marker, where I'm gonna put my cheese and my filling. Thank you, Rhea. Thank you. Journey with Jackie. Thank you. Daniela, are you there? So that's my mixture. So out of this, I will try to get some beef out of this. To get your beef, all you have to do, don't put any cheese in it. Maybe tomorrow I'm doing some veggie patty. We see, it depends on what time allow me to do, whether some veggie patty or some ackee patties. Still have some banana bread to make and some carrot cake. And they're all handmade. But you know, we have to deal with it professional. If you don't have one of this pastry cutter, it's called a pastry cutter, and you can get them on Amazon. They're very good. You know, you give it that seal. If you notice that seal around the edge, so it helps seal it right around. So I rather use it more than the smoother one. So we use the same one. You can use a fork. For the beef one, I use a fork just to help to crimp the edge of it. You don't have to. Personal preference. You can leave it. But I try to seal mine properly because sometimes, you know, so I tried many different patties. I normally make mine a bit moist. I don't like when you bite into a patty and it's a little bit too dry, like it's in the desert. So I normally make mine with a bit more moisture in it. So that's my pattern I make, personal preference for the cheesy beef. So I'm just using my finger because this was in the fridge. I like to make the dough and put it in the fridge to relax. So you have a nice cool dough to work with. And it's much nicer, much easier, and it helps the dough also. If I should put this in the oven now, you'll notice the different, how lovely the crust comes out when it relaxes. If you notice how I do it, it still have layers. I don't know if you can see it, layers, because I normally make mine to get a good layer. Try to fold it probably about 6 to 8 times, and then you get it a nice flaky. And also your recipe, some people use butter. You can use butter, but it's a little bit different when you use butter. But there's something I need to tell you. There's a secret. You will not find any large company out there use butter in their patty dough, but at home you can use it. So this dough is like a flaky pastry. So if you know anything about flaky pastry, you know you have to add enough moisture in it, and also the amount of time you roll it out. It's nearly similar like croissant. The only thing is croissant have a bit of yeast in it. But a good thing with this type of dough, you can use it for any type of patty or filling you wanna add to it. What I'm doing now, I'm just knocking the hair out, and also that helps to seal it. Shouting out Debbie, Jackie, Journey with Jackie. Thanks for your support. Journey with Jackie, Daniela, thanks for your support. So okay, this tray finished now. So I'm gonna start on another one. And the beat goes on. So I'm going to cut this a little bit smaller. And the reason is I'm going to put some of these that left over to build this one up. That's how you have to do it. No wasters. Put this in the bin. You put in money in the bin. They're the same dough, so just use this. You're going to roll them out. Do you know what the trick is with this, guys? When you do this, you'll be surprised. You get another extra layer to make the patty more flaky. If I should put just fold this up and put it in the oven, you'll see the difference. Okay, so now we're gonna roll him out. Give him a bit of flour. So we're gonna flip him on the other side now. We're gonna look after him. Show him who is the boss here. Bit of water around. Then we're gonna start all over again. I'll be needing some more cheese for this. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Welcome. Jaden, how are you doing, Jaden? Thank you, Jaden. Maya, doing some Jamaican cheese beef patty. Maya, thanks for asking. Thanks for your positive comment. So I'm just gonna add a bit more to this. For those who come on for your positive comment, I appreciate that. For those who coming on, leaving negative comments, please don't leave any negative comment in the chat. What I'm doing here, I'm just taking off the excess flour off it. So that's another whole tray done. So we're gonna start on another one. So probably after this, I will probably do some beef ones. We see how it goes. If you want to see how I made this dough, I have another video in my playlist. If you just search in the channel, how I made the patty dough. So these that left over, I'm just gonna knead them. Form them into a block. So I'm gonna set this aside, and then I'm gonna start on this one. So this, for those of you just coming on, as I was saying, I normally make my patty dough. When you make them, just put them in the fridge or freeze them. But these was in the fridge. And then you schedule yourself, like when you're gonna make your patty. So like this could take a bit more. So of this one, I'm just gonna cut. We're just gonna put into this one. So what I'm doing here, I'm just building up on this one, and then I'm gonna roll it out. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Journey with Jackie. Thanks for your support. Okay, so another tray finished now. So the rest of mixtures that's left, I'm just do that in beef. So with these now, these are the beef one. So what I normally do, I just use a fork and like this. So if you notice, this is done very neat. It's not all over the place. So that's how I do it for the beef. So we have a little bit left. Probably can get about just one out of that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just take it off these and roll them out. So I'm just gonna knead these together. You see, because this already was rolled out, it's a little bit, the texture is a little bit different. But once you work it a little bit, you notice it start to get stretches different like now. But that's how you have to do it. Give him a little bit more flour. So that's how you want it. Okay, so it's already stretched and it's already relaxed. So when you know it's already stretched, if you notice it's not moving, it just stay there. That's what you want. Just give him a couple prick. Just when you're baking it, let the hair out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I'll see you in another live tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be doing some baking and stuff. So today is good to go for patty. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support and your positive comment.